Hey there, everyone. I'm Witt here at MSNBC World Headquarters in New York. The Singapore summit, a good deal or bad deal? A negotiator who wrote a book on the president's skills gives us his take next. Joining me now is a negotiation expert and author of The Real Trump Deal, Marty Latz. Marty, with a welcome to you, and I know we brought you back after an abbreviated conversation last week. Do you think the president stayed true to his typical negotiation style, and do you think it helped him here?
Well, he definitely stayed true to his negotiation style. He's been doing this for almost 50 years now. And I think that most of what he did was entirely predictable, actually, fortunately in some contexts and unfortunately in others.
Among those unfortunate ones, a lot of people have been critical of the fact that the president gave up our military drills with South Korea. You know, he called them war games there. Do you think he gave up one of our biggest bargaining chips too early on?
I do, Alex. I think that one of the things I talk about in my book is there are 4 golden rules of negotiation. One of those is designing an offer concession strategy. He gave up a really significant bargaining chip and got very little in return. Now, it's not to say that he didn't get something in the summit. Just the fact that the summit occurred was actually a win for him. North Korea does have nuclear weapons. They've got their finger on the button. It's a very dangerous and difficult situation. So he did get a win by meeting, but he really gave up and got a loss by giving up such a significant bargaining chip without really getting much in return. So
then, Marty, how does this kind of approach look to our allies? Do you think ultimately this hurts the U.S. at any negotiation tables later on?
You know, Alex, you put your finger on something that's really powerful and important about presidential negotiations versus business negotiations. Unfortunately, President Trump, typical Trump, based on his business negotiations, he really threw our allies under the bus in giving up those, what he called war games, which is actually a term that the North Koreans use from a propaganda perspective. But he's done this before. I mean, he did it without talking to South Korea beforehand. Our own military, my understanding is, was surprised by that give, and that's pretty problematic, obviously, from a negotiation perspective. If you need South Korea in the future, you need to make sure you're on the same page and you're managing that relationship effectively. Didn't happen here.
How much do you think the timing of last weekend in total went to draw concern for our allies and others that are just watching all this play out? I mean, the G7 meeting was just an eruption of issues with our allies in Canada. Then the president gets on a plane leaving early and gets to Singapore and creates this sort of bromance with Kim Jong-un.
Well, and the optics of it and the substance of it, Alex, is really challenging for the leader of the free world because, again, you're picking a fight with our strongest allies. You're playing nice with really a very, very repressive, brutal dictatorship. And on a going forward basis in this multinational world with trade and with so many different things going on, we need allies. You'd like to say you can go it alone, but in fact, we need our partners to get something really significant done on any number of fronts, not only with North Korea.
So real quickly, as I looked at the book, some of the fundamentals for good negotiation, according to you: preparation, maximizing leverage, and controlling the agenda. Did the president fall short in any of these?
He did, unfortunately. I think that he himself admitted that he's really not much of one for preparation. He goes with his gut. He goes with his instincts. And I think that that was a problem in this summit.
All right. The Real Trump Deal author, Marty Latz. We'll see you again. Thanks, Marty.